Hello, hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and let's talk about my office. I am not showing you my office because it is a mess, but I am starting a series in 2026 where I organize different areas of my office. My word of the year for 2026 is devote. And the idea behind devote is really focusing on very specific categories in my life and devoting my energy and time and commitment to those categories. And if you've ever seen one of my After the Pen videos, all I ever talk about is cleaning my office. And I think that I do best when I'm held accountable. And After the Pen videos are always great for me because I'm held accountable for what I've committed to. And we're going to do the same thing here with my office. So I have yet to choose a title for this series, but it is going to be one that I really try to do regularly with the hope of being finished in the first quarter of the year. Today's organize with me is going to be washi tape. This is my current washi tape situation. I have one storage drawer like this, one turned sideways, and they are just all over the place. And today we are going to make some cuts, get some organizing done, and see how it goes. Now, I spent a lot of time in 2025 watching organizing videos because it's something I've never been good at in my entire life is keeping my space clutter-free, and it's something that I'm learning. So what I first did is I took out all that washi that was sitting on top of the drawers, and we're going to do two things right now. We're going to sort by color while also deciding what I don't want anymore. So let's just grab some things. Sorting by color may be a little bit tough first. Well, let's just try. So we have grid washi. I love grid washi. I use it a lot. So those are going to be things that we keep. Then we have more grid and scallop. So I'm just going to stack these when it comes to color. This is a pattern, so I'm going to move that to the side for a pattern. I have this snowman washi that's probably not something that I'm going to use regularly. So I'm going to put that in a pile to destash. In addition to these day of the week washi, again, it's just not something that I see myself using on a regular basis. I have these cats. I'm not sure where they came from, but not something that I would see myself using. You know what I think will be easier than trying to do both at one time? What if I just grab whatever's black that I see? So one of the things that I've learned about decluttering and cleaning and organizing is less thinking. So if I just grab everything black that's in front of me, and then I can just make decisions about those. So that's what we're going to do first. This is going to be a process that we do together. Okay, black is going to be a tough color for me to get rid of. I don't see myself getting rid of a lot of it. This script style washi I am going to get rid of because I just don't use it very much. These four I use, so those are staying. This is like a disco ball theme. Both of these are. I don't know where these came from, but we're going to get rid of them. And then we have just some more black, very neutral. Black is probably the color of washi that I see myself using the most. So those we are going to keep. Next up, let's look for blue. I feel like blue is the color that I use second most. So we're just going to grab all the blue ones that I see right now. And again, remember, this is just what was not where it was supposed to be. This is not any of the washi that's in the bins. All right, we have almost all of the blues. This one too. All right, I love a scallop. We're going to keep that. A grid I like. This is a cute little confetti one. I like it, but I don't know that I like it enough to take up room for like versus something else. The grid, again, we'll keep. Stripe. We'll keep these. I'm trying to, as I do this, like put them back here. And then this navy is nice and more grid. So those are going to keep. Okay. Now we have some like beiges, browns, and oranges. I think that's all. Again, the script isn't something I see myself using a lot of. We do have this grid, so that's going to stay. This is more of a fall theme one. I tend to not use a lot of the seasonal ones. This is a really cute one that I haven't used yet, but I'd like to. So I'm going to take it out of the packaging because that'll make me more likely to use it if I don't have to take it out of the packaging later. I feel like this is a little bit more of a yellow. Let's put those two together. And then we have this one, which is also sort of seasonal. It reminds me a little bit of gingerbread. Again, not something that I see myself using often. And then we have this other, this is just a brown, so I'll put that there. Now we have red and pink. This is really pretty. I'd like to keep it. Now this is, again, my first round. So once we continue going through this, there may be other decisions that I make that are different. This is a fun like cocktail one, but again, those overly themed ones, I don't tend to use a lot. Now we have pretty butterflies and watercolor. I am going to keep these, and the reason is because spring isn't here yet, and I feel like once spring comes, I may want to use some more of those springy themes. This is a very old washi. This is, oh no, it's not very old. This is from the Kelva Plan celebration box. I am going to get rid of that. And then here's a purple. And then we have this one, which I don't know what this is from. It's a really pretty floral, but I don't see myself using it. So there we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that in just a few minutes I've gotten rid of. So I think the next thing to do is going to be to move these all over. We're going quick with this. If you've ever seen one of my declutter videos, I go really quick and make very quick decisions because the moment I start to like debate and go back and forth is the moment that I don't get rid of things. So we try to, it's like an immediate decision for me. Okay, now we have two black ones. These are going to keep. This is a tough one. I'm going to get rid of this. And why I say that it's tough, I'm going to just talk as I continue, is because that washi actually has a meaning. It was from Wild University, and what these were getting rid of. Wild University, it was a very important time in my life, and I've held on to it for 5.5 years because it had emotional attachment to it. But I have memories. I don't need the emotional attachment in a physical form. So we're getting rid of it. Okay, now I'm coming in and picking out other black ones. Part of me is like, do I need 3 of these skinny scallop? But also, that's not black, but also, okay, we're getting rid of them. Part of the reason I love scallop washi, but I feel like those are so thin that they're not going to work great and stick very well on my planner. So we're getting rid of them. Making decisions. This is a washi that I purchased, HPC. Let's keep it and see what happens. Let's see if I use it. This is an old Happy Planner. We can get rid of that. Then I have a grid. We'll keep it. This star one is also old Happy Planner. I'm going to get rid of that. This one is old. We'll get rid of it. I don't need to think about it. Okay. Keep going. I love this polka dot, so I want to keep that, but I don't want this. I think I do. I think I do want that. Okay, pink, we're going to move over by the pinks. Blue, you know that already that I'm probably going to keep all of my grid type ones. So maybe the next thing I do, let's open this, is look at this in terms of what I know I want to keep. So we've got a peach stripe, that's a keep. A brown stripe, that's a keep because I don't get a ton of brown. And then this blue diagonal, I think I'm going to get rid of. Sometimes diagonal things like that are so skinny hurt my eyes. So I don't want that, but I do want this blue grid. These sea foams are really pretty colors. I probably don't need both of them. There's actually 3. So I'm going to get rid of these 2, but keep one. Making good decisions. And then I'm going to come in and grab all the grid ones that I know I still want. getting a big pile going on the left. I'm afraid I'm going to knock something over. Now we have a scallop. Let's keep that. That's a blue scallop. This is like a honeycomb. And the reason that I'm taking these off is because I'd like to make it easier on myself when I go to like film a video and actually use these. 2 more of these zigzag things that are probably going to hurt my eyes, so I don't want to use a brown. Again, I don't have a lot of brown, so I'd like to keep that. This is a pretty yellow scallop, but it's a bit pale. However, I haven't gone through my yellows yet, so I'm going to hold on to it for now. Then we have this dark purple grid, and then this black and pink polka dot. I think I'm going to get rid of both those. Look, I got rid of some grids. And now we have this, which is just about empty, but it's just about empty. Okay, and then a green. We haven't gone through the greens yet either. So there we go. Now, of course, the key is going to be getting all these extra pieces of washi here. So we're making progress. I'm going to move this tray over because I don't want it in my way while I do this. Now, this is a pretty full tray here, which means that I probably don't pull from it often. So I want to keep that in mind as I go through these colors. So we do have, oops, let's go color by color. We have this blue dot, which is pretty, but I have a lot of blues. Like, how many blue washi do I need? I like this stripe, but with the multicolor, it may not always match what I'm doing. I forgot to get rid of another one there that I wanted to get rid of. Okay, now let's look at pinks. I'm going to get rid of the zigzag. We're going to keep these pinks and kind of peach, but one of these still has the packaging on. So we want to get rid of that. I think I did a washi like destash a year ago. So I don't know how much more I've accumulated since then. My goal, of course, is to reduce, but sometimes it's a little tough. This is really pretty, but again, because it has multicolor, I'm going to move it aside. I tend to not lean towards multicolor ones because I feel like they're not always the colors that I'm using. All right, we're going to talk about red grid for a second. I don't need all of these. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need 7. I will keep 2 of the 7. One is going to be black. Kind of looks like navy. One is going to be a black print. One is going to be a white print. The others we are going to get rid of. Feeling good. This diagonal stripe also is going to be a get rid of. Now let's talk about yellow, because I moved this yellow aside before. Yellow is a really tough color because sometimes it's very, very pale. These 2 yellows to me seem to be exactly the same. There's a tiny difference, but I like this yellow the best. So I'm going to keep that one and get rid of the other 2 scallop ones. This is a little bit more green. This has a pattern I can't really see. This is a diagonal. This is a grid, which is very light, but I'm going to keep it because I don't have much yellow. All right. We have these that I'm going to get rid of. Now let's look at grid. So when I was cleaning out my closet last year, my bedroom closet, one of the tips that I learned is not just like how much room is in my closet, but how many do I have of each item? And the reason that helped is because let's say I have so much room in my closet, but I have 10 black t-shirts. Do I really need 10 black t-shirts? Is that necessary? This is a little different because we're talking about like varieties in color, but also when I'm looking here, do I need 7 rolls of orange-ish grid? Probably not. So I think what we're going to do here is pull out the 4 main colors that I see myself using and get rid of the other 3, because these are 4 pretty different colors, but I know the stickers that I tend to use in planner spreads, and I feel like those are going to be the ones I'm going to lean toward. We're going to get rid of the stripe. We're going to get rid of a zigzag. Then let's look at scallop. I think that was it. Is this a scallop? No, that's not a scallop. Okay, we're going to keep, I think we'll keep these two and the brown because again, I don't have a lot of brown. Now let's look at honeycomb. These 4 honeycomb, I'm going to keep 2 of them. We're going to go for, my hair isn't everything. We're going to go for this orange and this brown and move those over. And now we have some more stripe. This is orange and white. This I think is dual tone, or it may just be the layering. No, these are both orange. I don't have any orange stripe yet, but I don't feel that I need both of these. So I'm going to just pick one and put that and keep only one. Then we have, oh wait, I had this orange stripe. This one's a little bit darker. Unless this is multiple tones. No, it's not. Okay, so now it's actually between these 3. I think that between these 3, I'm going to keep the darkest one and the lightest one, but still get rid of one. Now we have this, which I don't really see myself using. The scallop has like a yellow on it. And then we've got these burgundies and browns, which we're keeping. This is pretty, but it's not a color I see myself using a lot. And then we don't need another orange. All right. There's a lot going on here. I turned my head to see what I still have left. And I'm like, oh, there's still a lot to go through. But I feel like I'm getting rid of a lot too. All right, green. So what I want to do here is actually just take a moment to kind of sort these by pattern type so that I can see very quickly and easily what patterns I have of each of them. So this is like that chicken wire. Whoops. Nope. Those go there. I know that it's a little confusing that half the time right now I'm doing color and half the time I'm doing pattern, but I'm sort of doing them simultaneously. And again, the quick decisions are really what's going to make sense in my brain. All right, scallop. This is a very lime green. I don't see myself using it, so we're getting rid of it. This diagonal stripe, again, hurts my eyes sometimes. These 3 greens, these are very different green stripes. Because I use stripe washi probably the most next to grid, I'm going to keep all of these. These, I'm going to get rid of this one that's green on green because I really prefer when it's white and a color versus that color together. And we'll just take off the packaging of what I haven't used yet. This one is a very dark green. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but maybe that goes in the next round. The quick decisions here is what's going to be key. All right, now let's talk about our chicken wire ones. I don't know that I see myself really using these because I have the same colors except for this very dark one in all the other washi. So we're gonna get rid of that. Okay, it's like a lemon sticker on here. 2 drawers down. Let's shift to this mishmash, Mitch, I don't know what word I'm saying. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do here are the things that when I see, I immediately know that I probably don't want. And that's going to be some things that have heavy patterns. We're going to do the thing and get rid of the Happy Planner washi that is like so old and original and I've probably held on to in the past for emotional reasons. Some more patterns that aren't what I see myself using. I think that round maybe, let's get rid of this one. This is a really pretty like tie-dye pattern, but I don't know that I've used it ever. Okay, now that we're there, let's look at our black ones. So when I compare this to the other black, I don't have any polka dot and I love polka dot. I do already have a black grid with a white base. I actually have 2 of those, so we're gonna get rid of that. This isn't another one that I love. It's kind of like the random dot. We're gonna get rid of the chicken wire, both chicken wires, and I'm going to keep the stripe. So now the good thing is because I've already started this and doing it in separate phases, I'm able to see what I've already decided to keep and compare this against those. I think that that's really a helpful way to do it, because if I pulled out all my washi and then just started sorting by color, I would have some trouble. So now I'm like, okay, I already have this. I don't need another one. So now we're going to come back in with the pinks. I like these pinks. Pink is a color that I'll use a lot. Now there's another black in here. I don't have this black stripe yet, so we are going to use that. And then let's pull out the green. This is the dual tone. I don't love the dual tone. This is a really pretty jewel tone green that I don't have at all, so we're going to keep it. Now we have the brown. I don't have a brown grid and I could use it. This is actually a really pretty yellow and I only have a couple of yellows, so we're going to keep that one. And then this is like a candy cane stripe. We'll get rid of that. This is a grid yellow, but again, really hard to see the grid. And then I don't love this color, so we're going to get rid of that one. Yellow is a really tough color for washi. Jumping into our green, I don't have this color except for that, so we're going to keep this stripe. And then let's come back to these oranges. I already have 4 orange grids, so we're going to get rid of these 4. Now, this is a really beautiful color that I don't have and maybe will want to use with a spread. And then this is like a solid, again, some unique colors that I think will work nicely. So we'll keep those. And now it's time to look at the purples. So I'm going to pull these out. This is a box of washi. We'll get to that later. Okay. Purple. Scallop. Chicken wire. Zigzag I don't want. Grid. Diagonal stripe I don't want. Skinny scallop I probably don't want. So that's 3 that I've gotten rid of. Now when I look at this, I have 3 scallop. I have 3 grid. And then 2 chicken wire. And I think that's a really nice variety of color and it doesn't feel like I'm overdoing it. So we're going to keep those. But get this off. Oh my goodness. It's usually a lot easier to do this. It's because I'm trying to go so quickly. That's the best way for me. All right, that is the entire first drawer, which is amazing. Sorry, I don't know why I put my nails down. It's such an annoying thing to watch. All right, now we have the second set of drawers. This set is definitely more decorative, but I'm also kind of running out of room over here. I feel like we have to start to move some things without things toppling over. Okay. This should be quick. I think we're just going to dump these out. It's a miracle that I did that without anything falling down. My goal, if possible, is to get these all into one set of drawers and not need 2. I will link these drawers, by the way. I love them. They're really great for organizing washi, as you can see, when you stick with it. All right, so we've got some blacks here right away. I'm going to pull these out. Very easy to see and compare against the blacks that I already have. We're going to get rid of this one. Let's get rid of the checker. Let's get rid of this. These dots are definitely going to hurt my eyes and the chicken wire. And then we have this grid. Then there's a couple more in here. I already have a polka dot. I already have a horizontal stripe, so I don't need those. This one with the diamonds we're going to get rid of. And this one I really love, with the gray and the black, so we're going to keep that. Perfect. Now, let's go and pull out patterned washi. Like I mean, all this is patterned, but patterned washi that is very theme centric that I don't see myself keeping. Now, I feel like I need to give a disclaimer real quick. A lot of this washi I've shared with you as maybe a release, like a promotion or something that I received. There's a lot of times that I do like these and I use them. This is not a dig at any company who has designed or released these. It's more of like honesty with myself of why am I keeping it? Am I keeping it because I showed it on camera once? Or am I keeping it because it's something that I genuinely see myself using? So right now I'm just going through and very quickly choosing washi that if I were filming or if I were doing a planner spread, I probably wouldn't grab just as a first glance. Some of it is so cute. Like I love these clouds. I just don't really know how to use it and I don't see myself using it. And then this multicolor. So there we go. Very quickly, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 rolls right away that we are going to get rid of. And when I say get rid of, certain tiers in my Patreon get access to destashes, which means that I send out packages of planner products. They only pay shipping. I don't charge for these products. I just don't cover the shipping costs because that would be very expensive with how often I do this. So that's where these will go, is whoever wants a random box or bag or whatever it may be of washi. All right, next up, we are going to pull out color. So going to jump in, and any pinks that I see, these I can right away almost get rid of. Actually, they may be part of one of these box sets, so I want to wait on that. But I'm going to pull out everything I see that's pink. I don't see myself using this. This is the dual tone. I don't love it. These two I'm also going to get rid of and then keep those. Now let's do purple. Okay. Where are we on purple as compared to the purple that I've already decided to keep? This is where I do the comparison because I don't have a stripe, so I'd like that. I really love the grid with the white, and this is now, that gives me 5 purple grids. We're going to get rid of 2 of these because I don't always like them with the black backing or the black lines. And then we have 2 more fun ones that are different colors. So now I know where I'm at with purple, and it helped me get rid of 2. Now let's grab blues. Blues are going to be a rare one for me to get rid of. I think I said this earlier because there's so many shades of blue and it's not a common color that I see. Now we have some reds. I feel like I have barely any red in what I pulled out. This is now the only red I have. So we're going to keep these, even though this is dual tone. And I said I don't always love dual tone, but we're going to keep them because I don't have much other. All right, let's do like orange yellow colors. That's more of a peach, but we can do it too. Okay. Scallop, yes. This grid, no. This, no. This, no. This, yes. These, yeses. This, no. This, yes. This, no. Now, if I compare these, well, these are more of like the orange peach. That's the peach. That's the peach. I'm going to pull out the oranges that I kept. This is very similar to this, so we're going to get rid of it because I don't need 2 of them. And these 2 scallops, this one I'll get rid of, this one I'll keep because that's a pretty big difference. And there we go. Makes me happy. Okay, these, I don't really have many of the teal, so I'm going to keep them all. And then this is very old and dirty. This is just going to go in the trash. I'm not sending that to anyone. Now we have this pretty green. I don't have any green, dark green scallops, so I'll keep that. A nice brown is always good. This we'll get rid of. Then get rid of this one. this heavy pattern. I like the yellow grid because this time with the yellow, you can see it. I think a white backing is better with the grid. We'll keep this, and then this blue, I think we will also keep. And this is really cool. I feel like I bought it, but I'm not using it. So we're going to get rid of that as well. Okay. Now is the time to start putting things back and see how I did. Because if I've still overflowed this, then I need to get rid of more, because the goal is not to buy more storage boxes. The goal is to, or even use the ones that I have. The goal is to reduce the amount of things in my office. And that's why I have such trouble keeping my office organized, is because there's too many things in my office. I'm clearly not going in rainbow order here. I'm going in sort of order of what I think will fit in these spaces. Like I'm glancing over and seeing what I have. Let's grab the pinks and put those down. Then with the pink, I actually realized I had more red than I thought. We'll kind of, oh, I just knocked over my orange. That's okay. Now, what's left? The orange. Let's see if I have enough room. I'm not gonna have enough room for orange, so I need to choose another color. I think I'll add these spring ones that I said I was keeping for now, but maybe in the future we'll get rid of. So there's drawer number 1. Drawer number 2. Oh, I just realized I put that in the wrong drawer, the holder. Okay, let's pull this out. I think I need to redo those. Let me explain. I have 2 different sets of storage drawers, which I didn't realize. One has the square, one has the round. I don't know if there's really any difference besides that, but I think I prefer the square. So it's just like a personal preference that I'm going to move these over. All right, drawer number 2. We're going to take these blues. I've got a big stack of blues. Those fit nicely. I know that it's probably very annoying for some people that I still have some of these like hanging off, but it's not annoying for me. So we're just going to leave it at that. Okay. Then we'll take our greens, pop them in. Then I guess our yellows. And then let's come in with the browns down here. Whoops. Brown, orange, some yellowish orange, some peach, just kind of some misfits. Okay, now guess what? That's all the loose washi I have. So that's awesome news, because then what I can do with this third drawer is take these little Live Love Posh box sets that are just sitting on the side of my drawer on my shelf and taking up space, and I can put them right in here. Some of these are duplicate because like some I received and then I don't really know, but some of them are empty. So I do at some point need to go through these, but I do like having them all in their boxes. I just need to keep the boxes in easy reach. So that's rainbow, thin, and tropical. This is backwards. That's annoying. Okay, let's just get these to all sit the same way. Okay, so we went from 2 sets of drawers and washi all over the bookshelves, now to 1 set of drawers with an entire row to spare. And obviously you can fit a lot of washi in that. My goal is to keep this the way it is. What I will do with this bottom part is there are some products that I've received. So actually right now I have 9 rolls of washi and a video I just filmed of something that has not been released yet. That I need to hold on to. and use because it's my job to do so. And then I'll make decisions as I go to swap things in and out. So there we go. Video number 1 of getting my office space organized is complete. Let me know if you like these kinds of videos and you want to see more of them, because if this video flops, I probably won't do more, honestly, because it's a lot of work to do this all on camera versus just like in front of a show. But let's take a look real quick. Oops, that just knocked down. Of all this washi that I'm getting rid of. That's a lot of washi. And of course, they're all towering over and knocking down. We're going to have a huge problem. But I don't even know how many rolls it is. I should count it. I counted and I am getting rid of 136 rolls of washi. I count that as a win. So again, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.